So project number 8 is basically a snake game that I made some changes to. Now it doesn't seem impressive compared to the other projects that I've done, but there was a great video in anime I watched a long time ago about the Beelzebub anime where the main character is trying to break a really big rock and he can't do it. So what he does, he goes to a smaller rock, learns the principle, moves to a medium-sized rock, learns the principle, goes to the biggest rock and can now break it. So I'm doing some games right now and I want to do Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but that's a bit complicated. So let me just build the small things first. Right. So Patrick Lober, who I've liked his video, he made a tutorial on Snake and an AI to play Snake. And basically I took his code and then I put it into my IDE and then I ran it. So the changes that I made is I made the snake warp from screen to screen, because before this, if you see the is collision, I cut these 4 lines out. If it hit the corners, it would end. But right now, it stays, which is one change. And in this change, I had to learn about warping and how to do it. So you see that progress. And my first attempt didn't work out. So I had to say, okay, I can't make the wall warp itself. And then the other change I made is I made the snake go faster and slower. So it's going faster now, and I put the limit of speed at 40 basically. And I can make the snake go a lot slower now. Let's go all the way down to 1. And although I took his code and I only blocked out 4 lines and added in 6 lines, those lines forced me to think, forced me to learn new skills. And you'll probably see the parts where I comment it out here anyway. And I think for the next few projects, I'm going to just be taking games and making changes to this. And hopefully you like seeing this principle and process done on the small game. But in 2 more weeks' time, I've got a much bigger Space Impact game where I've made so many more changes. But this is kind of showing project 8 and 9. You've got to walk before you run. So yeah, I mean, maybe you take his code, or you take my code, take his code because it's much better than mine obviously, and say, you know what, I want to change the snake game, so if I press spacebar, I can change color. I want to change the game that if I can press the key 3, because it's 2 to speed up, 1 to speed down. If I press 3, maybe the snake goes hyperspeed for a second. All these kind of things. You can add power-ups and all this, and that is kind of, I think, how you learn.